Welcome to Edunity Learning Hub. By the end of this video, you will be ahead 99% of the students. This video is on evolution, designed for grade 12 life sciences. We will explore how life on Earth changes over time, from basic molecules to the discovery of early hominin fossils like Mrs. Pless. What is evolution? It is the gradual change in the genetic makeup of a population over successive generations, also known as descent with modification. We distinguish between microevolution, involving small changes within a species, and macroevolution, which represents large-scale changes over long periods, such as the evolution of whales from land-dwelling mammals. This video covers key evidence for evolution. First, the fossil record provides a chronological sequence of life. Second, biogeography explains how species distribution relates to continental drift. Third, homologous structures, such as the pentadactyl limb in humans, whales, and bats, suggest a common ancestor. Continuing with evidence for evolution, analogous structures, like insect and bird wings, show different origins and are not evidence of shared ancestry. Vestigial structures, like the human appendix, are functionless remnants. Finally, comparative embryology and molecular biology, particularly DNA sequence comparison, reveal evolutionary relationships. We compare the theories of Lamarck and Darwin. Lamarck proposed the inheritance of acquired characteristics, which was later rejected. Darwin introduced natural selection, a process driven by overproduction, variation, the struggle for existence, survival of the fittest, and the inheritance of favorable traits. Natural selection acts on a population's traits in three main patterns. Stabilizing selection favors the average trait. Directional selection favors one extreme, shifting the curve over time. Disruptive selection favors both extremes, potentially splitting the population into two distinct groups. Genetic variation provides the raw material for natural selection. It is driven by three main sources: mutation, which introduces new alleles; meiosis, which creates new allele combinations; and sexual reproduction, which further mixes alleles through random fertilization. Speciation is the formation of new species, requiring reproductive isolation. Allopatric speciation occurs when geographic barriers separate populations. Sympatric speciation occurs without such barriers. Various isolating mechanisms, including geographic, behavioral, temporal, mechanical, and genetic factors, maintain these reproductive boundaries. The Hardy-Weinberg principle describes a theoretical state of equilibrium in allele frequencies. However, real populations evolve because this equilibrium is broken by mutation, gene flow, genetic drift, non-random mating, and natural selection, all of which change allele frequencies. This timeline highlights key stages in human evolution, from early hominins like Littlefoot and Lucy to H. habilis, H. erectus, H. naledi, and modern H. sapiens. Note the overall trends of increased bipedalism, larger brains, and advanced tool use over millions of years. To recap, ensure you understand these core concepts: the difference between evolution and adaptation, homologous versus analogous structures, allopatric versus sympatric speciation, the gene pool, mechanisms like genetic drift and gene flow, and the three patterns of natural selection. Use this one-day study plan to cover all topics efficiently. For your exam, remember this tip: structure every natural selection answer by describing the variation, the selection pressure, the differential survival or reproduction, and the resulting change in allele frequency over generations. You did one of the best decisions of your life as a student. See you next.